Good evening, everybody. After a bit of technical difficulties due to somebody getting our normal streaming account on Facebook banned, and then it had a whole bunch of other technical BS we had to work out this week, we are in fact back. Yes. Not saying anything.
I coughed, dude. I felt like the Rona or something.
No. I'm not going to say any names, all right? Their initials are Garrett Hines, but I'm not saying any names. Welcome back for some racing, folks. I know the world is a little crazy right now by a tiny bit. So maybe what we should do instead is a little bit of racing here at Catalunya this evening. How are y'all doing? How's everybody doing?
It's the effing Catalunya wine mixer.
Oh, as always, chat is more or less working. We can pretend that we take your criticisms and rants to heart. You're welcome to message us. You're welcome to say horrible things about us. We're glad to have you. For some reason, a bunch of folks are actually watching this evening already.
Good. Fantastic.
Yeah, we push the button and like 6 people are like, hey, let's watch dipshits drive motorcycles.
Well, they gotta... Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, shiny things. Alrighty, and we are starting out onto the track already.
I'm already clicking the wrong buttons.
Oh, I am already clicking the wrong ones too.
I need liquor.
Oh my god, I pushed the wrong button twice. Okay, there we go.
Is Hines not streaming?
Hines is not streaming for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. It's probably something wrong on my end. I'll work on fixing that while we wait for everybody to start here.
I don't see it either. Hines, can you verify if you're streaming?
Let's see if he can fix that. We would much appreciate if we could have all of our streams this evening. Oh, wait, I've got it from Hines. Oh, and he just restarted. We're getting in here, folks.
There's almost no chance that both of our OBSs broke his stream at the same time.
I know. Oh, wow. Okay, so 20 folks have decided to join us on Facebook this evening. Welcome. Thank you for watching. We appreciate having you here. It's good to have you.
Hey, while we've got the big audience, might be a great time to mention, some of the people that are getting our Racers prizes.
Oh, my God. Yes, I hear there are people actually giving us things. I've done that the past few times. Would you like to have the honor of doing it this time?
Oh, sure. A huge thank you to Wood Cycle Country, Moto Orangutan, Motul USA, Mass Motorsports, and Pirelli, but more specifically, South Central Race Center. All of these guys are throwing down some pretty big prizes at us.
I know. I'm jealous.
Yeah, from actual Pirelli TD tires to helmets, jackets, hats that were supposed to be given out at the 2020 GP of the Americas. Like, something crazy like only 40 ever made. I'm jealous. That's the prize that I want.
I know. It really is cool. It is some very cool. It was very cool of sponsors to do it. And for those who are kind of confused, I know, I'm sure some of our audience are people that just play it on the video games side. But a lot of the guys you see in this league also actually ride tracks. Some of them are also amateur, or I think we've got a couple that have been semi-pro at some point racers. So we get a lot of those guys in here. So if you give them real motorcycle stuff, they're like, oh, hell yeah, I'll play a video game. So these guys take it seriously. But if you're on the channel with them also, it's a lot of fun to hear them. There's a lot of good-natured shit talking and a lot of good sportsmanship going on between them. It's a great bunch we got here racing. Yeah, they really are.
Really great people. Even our racers are also some of our, work for or are our sponsors. So it's pretty cool to see there. Jay is he works with Mass Motorsports directly. I think that's all we have in for Moto 3 right now, as far as riders working directly.
I know. Last week we had Hutch on, who South Central Race Center is his baby.
Yeah, so, he's my tire guru. When we have inclement weather, I walk over there. Hey, what pressure should I run?
I'm an idiot that knows nothing about motorcycles. Help! Yep, him or Gregory.
Well, it was so, especially the last time, it's like, hey, these are totally wrong temperatures for what we're trying to do today. You know, it was like in the 40s or something stupid.
Oh yeah,
like
dude.
that
There was a
when we're
reason I wasn't out
totally.
there. I was like, I'm not doing that shit. Could not get me to do that.
Come again, Heinz? Yes, Heinz, your
Alrighty.
stream is working.
As we're looking at here, Mr. Voss already putting down a 151.338, and just right out of the gate, he's like, let's get this done. Which is...
So there was some fun kind of back and forth we've had already. Heinz had unfriended Voss, so Voss can't see his lap times.
Oh, Heinz, with his constant complaints about Voss. You know what? I, as much as he gives him shit, I know Heinz likes him. Because he likes having somebody that pushes him to be that fast.
No,
I know he
that
likes
bastard
it.
took me racing and won me a torn ACL. Screw
Yeah.
that guy.
Don't be mad, bro. Don't let them jimmies get rustled. It's not his fault you suck at the turns.
I'm gonna take my my medal from that race and hang it next to an image from my MRI. It'll be great.
This earned me this.
It'll be perfect, man.
It'll be amazing.
It'll be absolutely brilliant.
You need to get like
one
a
other
really...
thing
You need like a really fancy frame, like one of those deep frames where you actually have the metal sitting on the image of your knee. That would be kind of... You can make it look classy and kind of cool.
So, and we'll see. So, MRI is this Friday, but they also did X-rays last week. So, I could have stuff that shows up in an X-ray as well.
Neat.
It's time to find out. Yeah, this could be cool.
We can make a
And
nice
by cool,
image
I
to
mean
put
really
behind
not.
it. We can make a nice image to put behind that metal.
Oh god, I'm almost afraid to see.
I think it'll be amazing. Actually, you know, well, the thing is, you'd be slightly jealous. I think I somewhere back home have the pictures sitting around when I was younger and had to have, of all things, heart surgery done. But it was radiocatheter ablation. They were doing this study and they said, hey, we can do an MRI of the area where we're going to be putting the leads in. We're doing it right now for a study because it was actually a university hospital. We're trying to study the effects of this on the veins and arteries that we go in through. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. We'll participate in the study. Sure. It's for science. Awesome. And they aren't going to charge you for it because it's part of the study. Cool. So we go to the MRI. Keep in mind, I'm 16 years old. All right?
Right.
It's part of what you need to know for this story. The second part that makes it even worse... Not only am I 16 years old, but the MRI tech is an incredibly hot redhead. And
Makes sense.
yeah, and so the whole time I'm flirting with her as we're rolling in, and then I realize they're about to take 3-dimensional images of my entire groin area. And I'm 16, and I'm flirting with a hot redhead. And I'm sitting there the whole time going, oh God, please don't get a boner. Please don't get like the entire time.
Naked grandma. Naked grandma.
Yeah, and dude, yeah. And I'm in the machine, and I'm sitting there saying, what is it? I'm sitting there saying, we're kind of flirting back and forth. She's like, if you fall asleep and you drool, I got to laugh at you. I said, all right, that's fine. Just no matter what, I need a printout of the images from this because I want to send it to friends, and you're welcome to keep a copy that says, wish you were here. And the girl just dies like, yeah. Yeah, and I'm saying that. Apparently, no, here's what'll really piss you off. There's a whole bunch of horrible shit happens. 2 weeks later, I finally get to the hospital. It was supposed to be like 3 days. A whole bunch of horrible, disastrous shit had happened. I kept the sense of humor the entire time. My mom doesn't tell me until we're like 200 miles away from the place. So you know that girl in the MRI? Yeah. Yeah, the really hot redhead? Yeah, she came up to me and said, if your son was 10 years older... I'm like, Mom, and you didn't even tell me this? I was so mad. I could have pulled a number.
Damn it, Mom.
Damn it, Mom. Damn it, Mom, you cock-blocking bitch.
Wow. Okay. I can't add that to our tally marks of F-bombs for the season, but holy hell, that was...
Somewhere in there, that's more offensive.
Wow. Okay. Demonetized.
What? There's no demonetization for complaining about being cock-blocked by your mother.
Yeah, well, they're good at that. You know, recently I get a random Instagram message from a random chick, and it's, "Hey, don't be mad, but your mom, and you could
Oh,
fill
God.
in the rest of the blanks."
Yeah,
right?
the rest of it starts with your mom. Yeah.
Yeah. So mom trying to set me up with people, and of course that just never works. So
Yeah. Mom always
thanks,
picks like the
mothers.
ugliest chick you've ever seen, and is like, "No, honey, she's great. She's got a great personality." I'm sure she does, Mom.
No, I mean she was cute. I'll give her that.
Okay.
But how is that chemistry supposed to work? How did you meet? My mom sees her sometimes at work, and no, that doesn't happen that way.
I mean, just because your mom pointed out a place to get a boner doesn't mean you can't get a boner. I'm just saying.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but the fact that she would have had to give out, of all things, my Instagram account, which isn't even under my name.
I can't help you.
Nobody can.
So anyway,
Nobody
yeah,
can help
no,
you.
there isn't. I literally do not have the qualifications to help you.
No, yeah, you're.
Yeah.
I'm beyond help.
Yeah.
But hey, while we've got some new people watching the stream here, or they've all left after this calamity, do want to throw out there that anybody looking to join the league, check us out on Facebook, Southern E-Racing League. Also, I think one of my personal goals for our upcoming season, the next season, is going to be to involve some esports sponsors. Now, we've got some viewership goals I want to hit before we even reach out, but it's definitely on the docket.
See, what I would love, I won't consider us serious until I see some triple digits on the viewer numbers. So, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell her to tell the girls she's trying to hook you up with.
Tell your friend's mom.
Yeah, exactly. Tell your friend's mom, because I heard she's kind of hot and she should come hang out with me.
Is that the redhead?
Maybe at this point it very well might be. Now that I think about it, yeah, actually it might be.
Well, hey, with 4 minutes left in qualifying, we have Voss up front, Stormy in second, Bear in third, Bear in fourth, of course. Where else would he be? Jay in fifth, Key. That is Key, right? Sam Crow?
Yes, that is Mr. Key.
In sixth, and then Rocha in seventh.
Come on,
Only
Rocha,
a 5
hurry
second
up.
gap between a lot of them.
Yep, they are. This season, that has been the thing I've noticed. Even on a bad day, our guys are within 5 seconds of each other. That is routine.
No, they're quite consistent. But speaking of Rocha, funny enough, his racing team sent me a Christmas card this year.
Did they?
I just got it the other day. Yes.
Please tell me it had a penis on it somewhere.
No, I mean it had
Seems like
a
the
set
kind of shit they
of
do.
boobs and a bra.
There
but,
you go.
I think it also had a picture of Rocha crashing.
Yes.
So I mean,
I approve
put
of
those
this.
two together, and they're good enough. I
Boobs
think.
and Rocha crashing. You know what? I am okay with this. I am absolutely okay with it.
I think he is too.
So just under 3 minutes remaining. Looks like Voss doing a great job of sitting out front as he often does, but our boy Stormy is in there only 0.2 seconds behind him. Not a surprise. And Mr. Bear sitting in third. I am happy to see. Very happy to see. And yes, Baird, as always, making us miserable by putting himself next to Bear.
No, making us miserable because we have to enunciate perfectly, while enjoying some libations.
Look, listen. Listen, we got a couple of Southerners that are drinking in here, you son of a bitch. Why are you doing this to us? We don't even bother finishing everything in between son and bitch. Why do you got to make it hard for us to pronounce a D?
Look, Chris doesn't even know the difference between his sister and his cousin. So...
Yeah, wait. Don't make me put all 6 toes of my right foot up your ass.
Look, man, it's not you. It's just what your birth certificate says. That's all.
It is true.
We just offended half of our viewers, and they're gone.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So far, after setting that order, not too much change up happening right now. We'll see if folks can change things around at all, though. Actually, for some reason, I do not have Voss's stream right now. I'm going to try to fix that real quick, if he's got it running.
It's up for me. So you're
I
just
got it.
things.
I got it fixed. Do we have Mr. J? Yes, we do. That was the wrong button. I didn't mean to hit that one. Dadgummit. Okay,
Can I log into the Restream monitor without bricking things?
Yes, that is actually a safe thing. For those that are curious, the way that we appear on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time, so we use a neat little utility made by a company here in Austin, by the way. They are actually an Austin company. I've debated sending in a resume to them. I may do it at some point. Called Restream, that allows you to fire off like streams to like several different sites at once. It's actually a pretty awesome tool. If you've never used it, if you've messed with streaming, give it a try. I think you'd like it. So looking here at Nick J, as we have 30 seconds remaining in qualifying.
Oh, I have screwed the pooch on something.
You broke something? Good. That's exactly what I wanted. Everything's been going so bad this evening, we might as well make it worse. We are a bit behind schedule this evening, by the way, folks.
I have apparently forgotten my key password.
Oh, how could you do that? I can send it over if I have to.
There's no reason I should... I set it to... That awkward moment when you can't remember your login to your password manager.
You might want to fix that.
Can't wait till it locks me out.
That's exactly what we're going for here.
Well, it can only brick my version of it, so...
There, yeah. See? Who cares?
Dude, I know that's your password. I wrote you down. Like...
All right. Wow! Voss going ahead and setting an even faster lap time, putting himself at a 149.940. Great time there. And
like this.
Stormy managing to move down enough that he still puts himself 0.2 behind. Those two having a good competition. This is the funny thing. Even though Voss has been stupid fast, both seasons we've had him on here, for some reason we always seem to have somebody nipping at his heels or barely managing to beat him. And from having talked to him, I think he actually enjoys having guys like that. And again, last time I talked to him...
racer doesn't like competition.
Oh, yeah. And like the last time I talked to him, it was kind of funny when, like, literally one of his concerns was, man, I am scared for the day when Bear gets both his hands. He's actually scared of him. Apparently, they practice together a lot. All right, so there we go. Qualifying for Moto 3 is done. And it looks like we're going to have on your front row, it's going to be Voss, Stormy... I've forgotten his actual name. I need to remember that. Bear, and then Baird, J, and Key on your second row. And Rocha going to be by himself back on the third row. Come on, Rocha. Get in there and show us some speed, bro. So that'll be your lineup for Moto 3 at Catalunya on the Xbox. Hope folks are enjoying it this evening. Again, as always, we do have chat. You can say horrible things to us if you like.
Oh,
we are horrible people and we sort of deserve it.
Passwords.
Do what?
I said please do about some idiot forgetting his passwords.
Yeah! You want to talk shit to Mr. Guskowski here? I will not complain about that. You won't hear me defending him. In fact, I'll be laughing at him.
Hey, can you send me the Restream?
See? Look what I got to be doing here.
This is a professional operation, in case anybody was wondering.
Yeah. We are professionals. Do not try this at home.
You can't see me doing it, but there are air quotes every time I say professionals.
Oh, we can hear it. We can totally hear it. All right.
You can hear the joints cracking?
Basically. Actually, what we hear is that ACL just going wherever the hell it wants.
can't even argue with that one.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Here's your name and password. There you go.
In what Oh, I see it.
Why is... Oh, God. Okay, for those that might be slightly unfamiliar with Catalunya, this is a 2.8 mile track. For those that take the non-freedom units, it is 4.6 kilometers. 16 turns.
Here,
I know, right? 16 turns. The race lap record, and I believe that's probably Formula One, like it is most places, is 1 minute and 18. So it's a pretty short track as it goes for a lot of what's in GP. That being said,
I've got that actual data up for bikes. Jorge Lorenzo,
not a surprise,
holds the record at 140.
Wow, that's actually not bad. That is actually really quick. Though our boys here are not far off from it, Voss holding a 149, putting him on the front row. As we are about to start our first race for the evening, this will be Moto3 at Catalunya on the Xbox. Wow! Look at Bear with that takeoff! Holy crap, I did not expect that.
You frightened me, sir. I'm over here looking at admin stuff, and you're... Oof, okay.
Bear absolutely flew through. Oh, and Baird winds up dumping it in turn one. Just got into the grass, probably lost the tail, and that was that. But Bear, with a very, very solid start, looking really good. Oh my God, the whole shots from the guys on the second row, just great, great start on their part. Voss half a second back off of Bear, and Key half a second back off of him. That is a great start from all of those guys.
I mean, what do you expect from our racers? They're all class acts.
They're starting to get really good, I have to admit.
Well, throw a little bit of prizes at them, and they pick that up real quick.
Yeah, I know, right? Put a little bit on the line for him, and suddenly we find ourselves with a fighting and Voss pushing his way into first past Bear. On board with Bear here. You watch Key make a... Oh, he was looking for the pass into 10, but it just didn't happen. He wasn't able to make it stick, wound up too wide. He was just... There are times when your balls are bigger than your brakes, and that was one of them for him. He went flying on past and could not make it happen, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Voss flying out ahead. And just behind him, Bear trying to catch up. It looks like Voss just has things dialed in a bit better on the bike. And I think Bear...
Voss is always strong.
It really is. Like, he's not only strong on his actual technique in the race, but his strategy for setting the bike up is always solid as well. Occasionally we see him make mistakes, but generally he is one of our best at it. It is pretty impressive to see. You can see here Stormy, surprisingly enough, our Frenchman in Ireland, finding himself back in the pack in fourth currently.
There's too many jokes I can make.
I know. But that being said, you know, you can make all the jokes, but the fact is Stormy is always a threat. Oh, and Rocha having an off.
Rocha is roaching.
He is doing what Rocha do. Oh my God, Bear is off. And yep, that's gonna, with how the pack is right now, that's gonna put him back pretty far. Currently, we've got Bear, Baird, and Rocha at the back of the pack. They are 4 seconds back off the front of the pack.
I figured out why Bear crashed.
What happened?
He wasn't next to Baird.
Oh, was that it? Is it? If Bear and Baird are not next to each other, making it impossible for us to pronounce it correctly, they wreck. I got it. That makes sense now.
It's just science.
Yeah, no. Tide goes in, tide comes out. Can't argue with that. Oh, my God. What an interesting start to the evening.
It's always interesting around here.
It is true. It is absolutely true. As I try to clear up a couple of the issues that I'm having here, actually, on my end, technically.
So
we are currently on our third lap.
On the circuit as well.
What's that?
It hosted the 1992 Olympics.
Did it? Now that one I did not remember.
I'm trying to see what it was.
Yeah, what events would they have done? Yeah, they wouldn't have done a bunch of the events. Cycling. Okay, that actually makes sense. That makes. I was sitting there. I was about to say, was it cycling? Was it okay? That is an interesting fact.
You didn't know motorcycle racing was an Olympic sport? How dare you?
Yeah, clearly. Don't get me wrong. I would not complain if it was. You wouldn't hear me bitching about that.
You know, I think the problem and where it deviates from Olympic standards is the different manufacturers and makes. Olympics is more about just you. So they would have to have...
They do a single manufacturer. Yeah. So what you're saying is they'd host Moto 2. I mean,
there's still too many frame differences and things like that. I mean,
but it's basically the same thing. But yeah, no, I'm actually looking at that now. I can see the circuit was built in 91, and then they hosted the Olympics there in 92. Makes complete sense.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is interesting. That part I did not know. Today I learned.
You know, the other
interesting
thing is,
but I did learn.
It looks like they're continuing to evolve. I mean, the motorcycle record is getting a little old. You know, it's 2018, the last record.
Yeah.
But the F1 record was in 2020.
Oh my! All right.
So they're moving on up. You know, the other interesting thing I'm seeing here, different layouts for GP and bikes. So you can't even really compare the two.
Which, I mean, is fair enough. That is, yeah. You actually, when you look at the map of the track on Wikipedia, you actually do see several different little offs and changes and everything like that. Which I have to admit, one of the things I'm excited about. Track I saw similar stuff is that new track in the Ozarks. They had a lot of changes like that. Cool. Oh, it's going to be great for those. For those who do track days, you will find us there probably within the next year or two. When it gets going, you're going to find me up there.
When my knee works.
I don't care about you. I'm going to be up there no matter what because I love me some Northwest Arkansas. Anybody who has not ridden in Northwest Arkansas, some good shit. Some quality shit.
Well, you know, in our race, Voss might as well be in Northwest Arkansas because he has stretched his lead to about 7 seconds. Wow, Bear has a big old crash.
Oh, man.
Did you happen to catch that one?
I did not see it, but I see where he is now. Back at the back of the pack, unfortunately.
I have seen helicopter rotors spin at slower speeds.
So right now, looking at Jay sitting in third. I know we had a protest from him about the last week with the shortness of the race. I didn't never see what we wound up resolving on that. What was the call there?
I'm not sure he ever made anything formal. I think he was just upset in the moment, which you know.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not going to be angry about that. Occasionally we make technical mistakes here. So
occasionally, he says.
Yeah. Well, what? No. I mean, except for Heinz getting the Searle account banned.
Yeah, well, Heinz is good about getting our primary business account banned. You know what? I have to repeat it because he can hear me. He can't really hear you right now.
I know. Normally he's looking at the broadcast too.
More.
Normally he's looking at the broadcast too, so we get to hear it from him. But that being said, yeah, this is definitely... this seems like one of the faster tracks on the circuit. There are a lot of opportunities for sweepers, like even where they make you switch around the other direction, like turns 4 and 12. Very wide sweepers, despite being technically, a hairpin where you're turning around the other direction. a couple of chicanes, but for the most part, this is a really fast track, despite being almost 3 miles long.
Ducati's got the record.
Yeah. It is not a surprise at all that Ducati would hold the record. And again, with it being the red zone,
Scarfs must have been involved.
Do what?
Scarfs must have been involved.
Very likely.
Voss really just holding that lead right now. He's not really
Voss doing an excellent
running away.
job here in
He's
Moto3.
pretty consistent.
Yep.
Now, I'm a little surprised we are not seeing Nick J up in those... I mean, of course, third is nothing to shake a stick at. But
Jay actually looking quite good this evening. In fact, there is nothing to complain about with a third-place performance with what we have out there. And yeah, what he's got ahead of him is Stormy and Voss. I mean, come on. If you're holding third place with those two in front of you, you might as well go ahead and be proud about it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oof, I'll save them for later, but I'm doing some more reading on this circuit, and there's some spicy stuff going on.
Oh, I don't doubt it. We're talking about the Spanish here, and if there's two things the Spanish are great at, it's building beautiful things and having spicy things happen.
Racist.
What? I am appreciating the Spanish. That was, actually, it was kind of funny. When I was younger, by the way, currently, I have to make sure to note it, we are working on finishing up the penultimate lap.
Very nice.
No, when I was younger, I got to go watch World Cup, and it was amazing to see the difference between how countries played. I was always a big soccer fan from the time I was young, and I was surprised by the difference in how different countries played the game, and I actually enjoyed watching Spain because of the fact that there was this gracefulness, not just to watching the players themselves, but the formation the team would hold coming down the field. It was, in contrast, I actually got to see Germany one round. They were very precise, and everything happened where I expected, but there was almost a precision to how graceful Spain was. So I've always had this appreciation for the gracefulness the Spanish have in a lot of things. It's very cool to see.
They're wonderful with a lot of things that they do. If only they could produce a better, failed attempt at a goat, that'd be great.
And
well, here on the final lap, things haven't changed very much now, have they?
They have changed a bit. You've got Hines is currently looking at Bear and Baird. Look at that. They're 6th and 7th. So they got to be next to each other. That's apparently the rule.
What was that line?
I don't know. That line is, I will guarantee you there will be a penalty applied for that line, Mr. Baird.
I mean,
he's staying as close as he can to Baird.
But he's already in last place.
He's staying as close as he can to Baird just so he can mess with us. He's aware of this. He knows we do these broadcasts. So Bear has moved up from last into 6th, but I don't think he'll be able to get much higher than that with how little time they have. Rocha having an off. Bear? Did Bear have an off as well? I think he wound up back behind Rocha.
But
he wound up back behind
he got
Rocha.
passed while making some very creative line decisions.
Okay. All right.
Oh, check that out. Sam Crow has no tire left on the rear.
Yeah, he is done. He is.
I have never seen a tire that cooked in this game, other than when Hines and I were screwing around just to test physics.
Yeah,
wow.
He's having a bit of an issue there.
He's making it work.
That he is. Oh, we don't have his stream. I tried to pull it up, but it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's bricked on my end as well.
Yep, I guess he's not streaming tonight. Unfortunate. So it looks like we got Voss, Stormy, and Jay are going to be your podium for the evening.
Good racing.
Yep, there it is. Voss having a great dominant round. That second and third place were definitely traded around a bit. He found himself in fourth. I know at one point, I believe he got into third, but just could not hold on to it. Jay doing a great job putting himself up on the podium this week. Good work. Baird puts himself in fifth. Rocha in sixth. And I guess Baird just had last-minute trouble, puts himself back in seventh. That'll be it for Moto 3 for the night on the Xbox. Thanks for watching, folks. It'll only be just a minute or two here, and we'll be starting Moto 2 here pretty quick. So give us just a moment. We'll be away only briefly. Give us maybe a minute, because it's kind of my fault we started late. My fault.
No, it's Heinz's fault.
Do I get to blame Heinz for it? Do I actually get that?
Oh, 110%.
Oh, good. Excellent. All right. So give us a brief break, folks, and we will be back shortly. Thank you. All right, folks, and I promised you we would be back shortly. This is about as short a time as we could possibly make it.
That's about as long as it takes for you to get another beer, right?
I know.
What are you enjoying tonight?
I had some. What's the Abbott 12 or whatever? One of the Belgians that I'm a fan of, and the other one, La Fin du Monde. So.
What was that second one?
La Fin du Monde, the end of the world. Kind of appropriate right now, wouldn't you say?
This is a happy place, Chris.
Leave me alone. I'm fiddling while Rome burns.
Yes, Rome. Definitely what we're talking about.
As we
Anyway.
are on to my favorite class, I always do consider Moto 2 my favorite class for two reasons. Number one, and I know you'll get this as much as I do, even though I am not loyal to any one manufacturer, I am a bit of a Triumph fanboy.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I am a bit.
No. The other
I'm
thing.
not loyal. What thing? What other thing?
The sound of my raging erection for Moto 2.
You can just hear when it hits the mic. It's just there. It is.
I said that and got a reaction straight from Hines. That was wonderful. That was the point.
Yes, you can hear it hit the microphone. It definitely, yeah. But no, but
race direction is disgusting in my ear. Oh, it's funny, but come on, that is funny and PG, by the way.
But number two,
that we rate PG.
Number two, it is impossible to not hear the noise, like when I'm out on my Daytona, the noise alone, and like every time I let off the throttle and I hear that burbling and pop, oh my god, that is a touchless orgasm every single time. That wasn't PG. That was PG-13.
All right, PG-13.
I'm going to call that one PG. Yeah, touchless orgasm, that's a PG-13.
So, yeah, I mean, Triumph noise is wonderful.
Oh,
Whoever
yeah.
thought that 3 cylinders could be such a beautiful noise?
I will say there is a better sounding triple. However, you would have to go back to the 1970s to find it.
I was going to ask what it was.
Yeah, I showed up when I showed up to a Triumph event. As a matter of fact, one of the factory events where we were getting to try, like it was one of their factory days where you get to try multiple bikes in a single day. By the way, the first time I ever tried riding a Rocket 3 that day, and oh my god, still love that bike to this day. But
so much that you bought one.
Yeah, I know. It's oh god, it's such a hilarious bike. It makes everybody laugh. Or if it's a Harley guy, they're like, "You're crazy," and I'm like, "Well, you know, I have a more reliable cruiser than yours, and it's faster, and girls actually
at the same time
are a little more impressed." Yeah, it's more dangerous. But anyway, no. So I show up for that, and this dude rolls up next to me on like a 73 or 74 Suzuki GT750.
Oh, I forgot those were triples.
Yes. It not only is it a triple, it's a 2-stroke triple. The thing, when it rolls up next to you, it sounds like it is fueled by liquefied dead baby souls. It is evil. Like, I think the guy didn't have a key. He had to carry around a copy of the Necronomicon and read satanic rituals to start the thing. It sounded pure evil. Oh my god, it was amazing. Like, if you've never heard one, such a great noise. 2-stroke triple.
2 strokes are genuinely evil, though.
They are. And then you take 3 of them and strap them together.
Yeah, I mean, what else would you do?
Yeah. And I've actually seen somebody that took one of those exact motors, as a matter of fact, from that GT750 and put it in a hill climber. What the hell?
No, that's wonderful. That's absolutely. I love some of these hodgepodge hill climb bikes.
Yeah, dude, hill climbers are hilarious bikes to see to begin with. They'll put paddles on them, and it's all 2-stroke insanity, and it's a stretched 2-stroke dirt bike, and you're like, what the hell? Oh, go away.
Oh yeah. No, I want to be famous. Click the link.
Go away, spammer.
Click it.
So anyway, our stories of amazing 2-strokes aside, currently we have, let's see, just under 10 minutes remaining in qualifying. Stormy doing his usual thing, man. He starts to get into those higher classes and he gets fast. There he is in first, 142.8. But Bear, 0.274 seconds behind him, and Voss, 0.4 seconds back. Bichon, I guess it was French-Canadian, right, with him? Oh, well. He's always quick to... Oh, you're over there sneezing. That's why we ain't hearing anything from you. Bichon, 8.65 seconds behind, so a little bit slower than he normally is. Normally he's up at the front of our pack, but I'll bet he's just getting warmed up tonight.
There's a lot of time left in qualifying for me to sneeze. Ruin the screen.
Yes, you need to sneeze some more.
I did actually. I muted and had about 6 or 7 additional sneezes.
No, okay. We wound up catching one of them on here. So we've got Key, Rocha, and Baird rounding out the group currently. We are waiting on them to turn down a time. As you get into the higher classes, very often we do notice it takes a little more time for people to set a time as they get dialed in.
It's more difficult for sure, but funny enough,
absolutely.
I find Moto 2 easier than Moto 3.
I do too. Like I find, like when I've messed around with this game, and for those of you that are curious, why don't we ever see you on here? Because PC Master Race, glorious.
Oh, I just
PC
suck at the
Master
game.
Race. Yeah. But when I've messed with it, no, I've definitely found that Moto 2 has been my strongest. Absolutely. It's probably largely because I'm sitting there going, yes, a Daytona on the track, yes. Man, whenever I get on mine, I love
translatable to what we ride in real life.
Probably, yeah, it definitely is. Whereas the GP bikes are just alien technology. They're
not even close.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I would almost sell a kidney to ride a GP bike, and because I'm a bit of a whore for it, I'd probably want to try the Ducati. But that being said, no, I don't expect I'd be able to put that bike at even 20% of its potential. They are insane vehicles.
No, I think what would happen is you would end up just crashing a GP bike immediately due to
I'd be too much of a
being
bitch.
able to maintain the pace that's required.
Oh,
However, I feel you could probably throw a lap down on a Moto 2 bike and not die.
Yeah, a Moto 2. I think I would be okay on a Moto 2 Daytona. I think I would actually have a lot of fun. I would not be fast by any stretch, but I would have a hell of a lot of fun on one.
You'd go slower than any human ever has before on a Moto 2 bike.
No, not that! Oh, come on!
Hey,
give me a little bit of credit. I'm garbage in level 2, but not that garbage.
I've seen your lap times, Chris. We need to have a talk.
Leave me alone. I said garbage, but not that garbage. So Key and Rocha have both put themselves ahead of Bichon at this point. He's a little slower than he normally is. I'm a little disappointed. I know that man's normally quicker than that. So we'll see if he can get through. Yeah. He's got time. He's got just over 6 minutes remaining. So hopefully he'll get his ass in there. And Rocha, dude, when Rocha's leaving you back there, come on, man. You got to go.
Oh,
Rocha
what is that language?
Rocha currently on a personal best pace.
No, that's a genuine question.
Stormy out front with that 142.724. Voss only 0.165 seconds off of him. I suspect we might see a fight between those two. Bear currently in the pits, only 0.3 seconds behind Stormy. I'm hoping Bear can hold his pace this race. As always, he's got a great lap speed. It's just consistency, and I know he's got his reasons it happens, but I'm always sitting there going, "Come on, bro, you can do it." Baird.
I went to log into Twitch and I can't get a historical chat.
It sounds like that's your fault. Eres el único streamer que estás streameando MotoGP. I do not know what that means. I think that's Spanish. Oh wait, no, that might be. I am terrible at languages that aren't English. You can't do this to me.
I'm terrible at everything.
You really are.
Hey, now.
Okay. Hang on, boys. I'm going to go to some translate Google.
That's what I'm about
to
do.
All right, my accent was not incorrect. That is Spanish. You are the only streamer that is shaking MotoGP? I don't know if I should feel like he's handing me props or saying I suck. Thank you, fuck you.
Hey, that's a tally mark.
Yeah, I'm curious. Well, I'll put it as a tally. I don't know what to say to that comment. Thank you. Is that Erhota? I'm not sure. It translates weird to English, bro. I don't know what to say.
This.
Then just somebody get Rio sitting here. Have him save me. Have him take a look at that and tell me if I should be offended.
Oh, is that how we're doing this? Okay.
What? What? I want the native Spanish speaker to help me out with this. Should I be offended or should I be like, thanks, bro?
Why can't? Oh, it's gone now. Quick, send that to me, and I'm going to. Nah, I'm not gonna bug one of my texts this late.
Hang on. Let's see if I can get somebody that can tell me whether I should be offended or not.
Hail Rios on the phone.
Yeah. Hang on. I gotta. See, we're concerned with figuring out what we're talking about here.
Yeah, we don't know what we're talking about.
Bichon finding himself still back in last place and hasn't left the pits. I think he was just putting down a time. Maybe he's wanting to have some time or some fun crawling through the pack. We'll see if he can do it. He is one of our faster guys, so we'll see. Does he actually listen to things? I don't know if he's watched the stream much. Bichon.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Number one, I don't know if he. I'm pretty sure he knows English. Most people from French Canada do.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, he is one of our faster dudes. So, kind of surprised to see him that far back because generally he's quick.
He wants more of a challenge tonight. That's all.
That must be it. He must be looking for a fight. Looking right now at Mr. Rocha out there on the track. Come on, Rocha, show us some speed, bro. Though I do have to appreciate that he has one of the bikes that has the British flag on it. Lots of Union Jack going on there. And
all
Voss,
the Union Jack.
Yep, Voss up in second with the Sky VR46 team.
Can we discuss, I think we've talked about it before, but can we discuss the future and the financial stability that that gives, Valentino Rossi? His brand, if you will.
I do not know at all what to say about Rossi. Let's put it this way. Rossi has had enough time as, frankly, to enough old guys, the GOAT, that I think actually he'll be just fine in light of how long he's been at the top of the game. And he's far more personable. Like Lorenzo, okay? Lorenzo kind of took it from him, and then Marquez definitely took it from him, but both of them are kind of zeros for personality. Like, Lorenzo...
You don't like fancy scarves and total D-bags?
I know, like, Lorenzo is just too douchey, and Marquez is just too much of a plank. Like, he's literally just a plank of wood. I know you hate him. I don't hate him. I don't like him. I'm like, personality-wise, he's literally a zero to me. So
I don't think it's so much that I don't like him, is I don't like his fans. I think that's more of the...
That's fair, but then why do you gotta hate him so much as a result?
I mean, it's like his fans are just the guys that simply gravitated to him because he was winning.
Oh, sure. A lot of bandwagons. But that being said,
there's nothing else to gravitate to him for.
You can't hate somebody just because their fans are bandwagoning. I think that's not fair.
I don't like him either. I mean, but I think more so I don't like his fans. I mean, the dude is, like you said, he's a plank. He is...
Yeah, well, that's why I can't hate him either. I can't hate him or like him. I'm just like, well, he's Marquez. Don't get me wrong, I have to acknowledge, he's fast. But at the same time, he's a zero for personality, so once he stops being fast, nobody will care again. Versus Lorenzo, who was fast briefly and then kind of vanished. Don't get me wrong, he's a talented rider, but did not have the staying power that Marquez did until Marquez screwed himself up. And on top of that, And top of that is like more douche.
I feel like Lorenzo hit his goal and then was like,
cool,
"Oh,
I'm done.
Whatever, I'm done."
Yeah. I mean, he's got the talent. He could be amazing, and he just doesn't seem to push very hard for it.
Oh, I mean, let's not miss the fact that he is an amazing rider.
He is, absolutely. I mean, it's the same with Marquez. They're both phenomenal riders. But I think the reason Rossi has the staying power he does is not only that he's a phenomenal rider, and still in his 40s, he stays in the top 5 pretty routinely, but on top of that, he's got massive amounts of charisma.
Absolutely.
Yep. So there we are, folks. For our second race of the evening, your qualifying ends with Stormy, our Frenchman in Ireland, sitting up front. Voss just behind him, and Bear. Manny's on the podium again. Let's see if he can snag a podium for the race itself. Baird right behind him, making our lives hell. Key on the second row as well. Rocha on the second row, not on the back this time. And Bichon rounding out the group. Come on, Bichon. Let's see you go fast, bro. Don't let yourself sit at the back. Come on, that's Rocha's job.
2 minutes?
I know that sounds mean to Rocha.
That's not mean at all to Rocha.
Does Rocha deserve it? All right.
Look, Rocha legitimately has an OnlyFans account in which it is just pictures of him. Is
that what Rossi should do? Once he quits racing and he just start an OnlyFans? Is that it?
Hey, but will it be of just pictures of him crashing?
Maybe.
I mean, that's fantastic. If we haven't discussed that yet, like, oh my god, Marquez could do that since he's done forever.
Oh, savage but true.
Poke.
All right, let's see here.
That's just mean.
It is. It's kind of savage.
I make no apologies.
All right, as we're waiting the couple of minutes here for folks to get ready for our second race, this is going to be Moto2 at Catalunya on the Xbox. We'll mention our sponsors here. We have Mass Motorsports. They make leathers and stuff. Check them out. It's all custom. It's all cool.
Stuff.
Yes. Well, they'll make gloves. As a matter of fact, what we have for our racers from them is gloves. Yeah, like anything involving leathers. South Central Race Center, who offers Pirelli tires. And, of course, Motul, the guys that make oil. They sent us some very exclusive, very cool caps to give to the racers. Moto Orangutan, a local gear dealer who I personally have bought a lot of stuff from. They treat you awesome. And Wood Cycle Country.
Also a bicycle vendor.
Yes, Moto O is a bicycle vendor as well. Oh, okay. Rios just told me you're the only streamer streaming MotoGP. For some reason, it translated to shaking. MotoGP.
Hey. You probably typed it wrong, but here we go. It is race time.
All right, here we go, boys. We are off. Voss with an excellent start. Baird managing to get himself into second. Bear, look at that. God, they do it on purpose. I'm telling you. They put themselves next to each other just to mess with us.
I'm going to create a new rule that they get a 10-second penalty if they're next to each other for 5 seconds in a race.
Yep. One of them gets a blue flag, whichever one's in the back. Let somebody pass you. That way we don't got to deal with that crap. Alrighty, so here we come. That is turn 3. Look at this. Voss with just already stretching out almost a second lead. Look at, oh my God. Very solid. Yeah.
What's the point of racing if you're not fighting?
Yeah. Dear God. But Bear, after his last race, having a rough time. Ooh, and that was at the back of the frame. You saw Rocha go flying off the track.
And now he's up.
Yep, Rocha threw himself off the track, unfortunately. So here we come down into 10, I believe. I think, yep. I'm still 2 seasons of doing this league. I still got to learn every track when you're looking at it from all these different camera angles.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the track.
No, it doesn't.
Honestly, I gotta say it though. I mean, Coda looks exactly like what it actually looks like.
Well, that's because we've been on it. Yes.
Sorry, I gotta chime in really quick. I've got some bad news for fans of Rocha.
Oh,
He
no.
forgot to change tires.
Oh, no!
His front tire's already half gone.
Oh no!
That's
Rocha,
unfortunate.
Rocha, why?
OnlyFans.
Rocha, you will have to answer for your crimes.
That's well, I don't have words for that.
Oh, wait. I saw some comments here from Timothy Burley. I don't know who you are, bro. I don't think he's one of our guys that races.
Thank you
First
for
time
watching.
popping up on here. Yeah, thanks for watching. He said, that's just mean, man. No apologies, bro. No fighting. Damn good question. I'm assuming he's talking about some stuff between... Oh, and Bear had an off. Stormy had an off.
That's what I've been commenting on, by the way. What's fighting without racing? And that's what the damn good question came from.
Yeah, might be. But
Good job paying attention.
Yeah, I know. But I'm looking at like 3 different things. I'm getting the translation of shit.
I do appreciate that.
I had to make sure I understood Spanish from a Spanish speaker. What? What are you saying there?
So, no, the guy that made that comment about us streaming
Oh, yes.
made the comment and then dipped. He was on Twitch and he's not watching anymore.
Oh. No, I see somebody watching us on Twitch right now.
I think that is my version.
Oh, is it?
Of
Okay.
yes.
I will try to avoid sucking at this job. Anyway, Tim, you're saying
one of the two. Who knows?
Anyway, Tim, you're saying no apologies. We don't apologize on here. We just, we get into shit with people, apparently.
I can't comment on that.
I don't.
I'm gonna sit here and finish my beer.
I don't apologize. And so we've got Voss with Bear about 1.5 seconds behind him and actually having a pretty damn good race. I'm going to give Bear the commentator's curse. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at how he's doing, and actually his setup doesn't look too bad. We are 3 laps in. Tire temperatures don't look bad. Tire wear isn't looking too bad, and he's 1 second to 1.5 seconds behind, but seems to be hanging on pretty well to Voss. 3 laps in, only a second and a half behind. The problem with dealing with Voss is you always find Voss is almost the Marquez of our league, except having hung around with him some, he's got more of a personality. And I have to appreciate his taste in bikes. He actually does have a 1098 sitting there in his garage, and I gotta admire it. Is a beautiful machine.
But at what cost?
It doesn't matter what the cost. It's a beautiful machine. Ooh, a little bit off in the grass there. Bear trying to keep up with him, but man, Voss is stretching it out. Bear, though, having a better time than he did in Moto 3 last race. But he does find himself with about 0.5 second of penalties at this point. Probably because of that little trip into the grass that he had, and I'm sure he might have had 1 or 2 others.
Hey, you're getting some props on the pronunciation.
Berlane. No, that one I could figure out.
We only pretend to be uncultured.
Yes. Believe it or not.
That's a total lie. We're completely uncultured.
No, I'm fairly well cultured.
If you have to say you're fairly well cultured, that
I
usually means you're not
say
so
I'm
cultured.
fairly well, because the way you know you're not cultured is if you hear the William Tell overture and your first thought is of the Lone Ranger, you are an uncultured heathen. It is true. Like that is literally the definition. Like when I was younger, one of the technicians I worked with, that was his definition. I'm like, you're actually right. See,
he is not wrong. Well, and also, if a few beers can't fit, I'm switching to scotch in a moment. So,
no, God, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the beer on my side.
Nah. Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. So, right now, they're having a decent race. Stormy finding himself 6.5 seconds back off of Bear. You can see the view here from Voss looking back on the rest of the race. Man, he is quick as he always is. It's a bit surprising. This is one of the few races we've had recently where everybody's stretched out a decent amount.
Yeah, it's good news that we can, we got a little bit of stuff to talk about here. I'm just throwing some shade at our racers.
Don't do that!
Too late, man.
Don't do that. That's mean.
We're
That
live.
is
There's no takesy-backsies.
We still intend at some point, by the way, to... I still intend to figure out a way to shoot a race where we can watch Bear do his thing. I'm sure the other hand will recover at some point, and then we won't be able to do it anymore. So before that happens, I want to shoot a race where he's using his cool setup that he did show us on Zoom. That was really neat to see. Like, for those who haven't seen it.
Super cool.
Yeah, like, it's very cool to see. Like, when he says one-handed, he's not joking. He's using his feet for part of the controller. So it's surprising. He can routinely qualify, and a lot of times we've seen him podium a lot. We've seen him sit at the top of the race a lot. It is really surprising he can do it with his setup.
Heinz has figured out a wonderful new way to add some tech info to the stream. I like this.
Okay.
Do you see him in the chat?
Let's see. I'm missing here.
God, you're blind.
What? No, I hate the way my Facebook's working right now. It's broken because I had a moment logged into his stuff.
He is throwing some good information out about tire compounds. Medusa's currently green hard compound. Bear is yellow-green, medium hard. Stormy hard, both in green.
Yeah, I'm looking more at our comments there. Sorry, for some reason I was just looking at Facebook, assuming he was sending it over there.
It is through Facebook.
My bad. Yeah, the problem is it doesn't show up correctly through my actual Facebook chat that I was looking at.
Well, you're useless to us.
Leave me alone!
It's okay, yeah. I'm useless too.
Damn it, I build the technical stuff around here. I'm not entirely useless, I'm just mostly useless.
Same.
Yeah.
Mostly useless. I dig it. Hey, this time I'm not like, Benadryl high and just delusional, so that's plus.
Looking back now at Roger and Sean fighting... These guys get points just like you would in GP, so every place counts.
How is Rocha in 6th when he has no front tire?
I don't know. He is hanging on to it somehow.
You can see how low that tire actually is.
Yeah, the right side of that tire is finished.
I mean, we're talking slivers on the parts that aren't finished.
Yeah. And, back behind him, you got Stormy fighting for it, and Stormy's tires are actually together. So, yeah, no, I'm curious how that's happening as well. And we are on the penultimate lap.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
I know, even with a bunch of beer in my system, I'm remembering this stuff.
Look, if you can remember to say it, you clearly have not had a bunch of beer.
I know, I need more beer. Clearly.
I hear Hines saying in the race direction chat that he's going to throw some rebar at Voss. Straight through the spokes.
Hines and his legendary saltiness for Voss.
All of these flavors.
See, the thing is,
choose to be salty.
yeah, I know both of these guys. I like both of them. I got no salt for either of them. But Hines got that salt, bro.
That's like some coarse sea salt. That's like the grain that you put in your grinder.
Oh yeah, I have some of that. It's the sea salt that I use it on like edamame and stuff.
I use kosher salt for that.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Good, son.
Yeah, kosher sea salt. That's what I have too.
Different grain. Stop almost leaving the chat.
Tony,
Jeez,
don't do that. Oh my
bad,
God.
Tony. Bad.
No, Tony, no. We'll have to spank you for that.
Spanky can help.
Spanky, I hope he shows up tonight. I do like our guys. A lot of our dudes that we picked up for this season, man, there are some fast bros, especially in GP. It's gotten kind of ridiculous. So the difference between the front of the pack and the middle of the pack right now, 20 seconds. Man, I mean, despite the fact that we've been like, hey, come on, Bear, come on, Stormy, don't be slow, but then back to Baird, 20 seconds, but he's still making sure his name sits next to Bear. What a jerk.
Gap now.
What a jerk. Sounds,
that was wonderful.
Sounds like you're choking a goose and then popping the top off or something.
That's a cork coming out of a 14-year-old Glenfiddich.
There you go. Currently, we are waiting for the end of this race. Doesn't look like anything will change unless we have some major mistakes, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Man, Bichon, unfortunately, just having a rough race in general. He's 10 seconds back off of Rocha, who is 22 seconds back off of the rest of the pack. This is an odd race. Like, this hasn't been the kind of...
is.
Yeah, we really haven't had this kind of stretch out in the race in a while. It's a bit of a surprise. So there you go. Voss putting himself across the line first. Bear takes a second after having a rough time in Moto3. Good to see that. Gets himself a podium. Stormy putting himself in third. So good showing from both of them. Then our next guy, Baird, is sitting...
Not next to Bear.
Yeah, well, he is next to Bear, but he's not next to Bear.
So how the F is Rocha not in last place with no front tire?
Do not know, because Bichon is normally really fast. I mean,
look,
wondering what...
Bichon's struggling tonight, but I've got to give Rocha some serious credit.
Yeah, I know. With just a toasted front, he doesn't wind up in last. That is an accomplishment. Ooh, so due to penalties, Bear gets set back behind Stormy.
They're next to each other.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got Voss, Stormy, and Bear up front. Baird in fourth. And Stormy, this is the thing about Stormy. Almost every time we have him in a race, he almost always has the fastest lap. Look at that. He's a second ahead of everybody.
Dude's quick.
He is. He is seriously fast. So we will have a brief break, probably only about 5 minutes, and then we'll be back with our final race of the evening, or rather final qualifying of the evening. That will be GP at Catalunya on the Xbox. Thanks for watching. Thanks, racers, for doing your thing. And we will be back very shortly. Alrighty, folks, we are back with our last qualifying of the evening. How are y'all doing? Hope you've been enjoying it. We've been glad to see some chat from you guys. Mr. Burley earlier. I don't know if he's still here. I managed to pronounce his name right. Hopefully that made him decide to stay.
I hope so. You know, I like when we have the audience participation.
Yes,
Makes
it is
a lot
fun.
more fun. I mean, tell me I'm an idiot. Talk to us.
Yes.
Say sweet nothings into our ears. You know.
Yeah, I kind of like that part. Then I go to bed and I'm all alone. And I'm gonna not finish that. I'm gonna not finish that sentiment.
This sediment?
That sentiment. Oh my god.
I thought you said sediment, and I'm sitting
Sediment.
here like,
I'm gonna not finish the sediment. That way we don't get fossils out of the dinosaurs. What? Why are we?
dinosaurs weren't real, man. They're a government conspiracy, just like birds.
It's true. I know it'll get me banned from Facebook, but COVID doesn't exist.
Oh!
I know. If I make that joke, I know I'll get banned, but it's a funny joke, nevertheless.
You know, at some point, you have to realize that every topic is on the table for joking.
It is.
And it wouldn't be funny if it didn't make somebody uncomfortable.
Yes, you have to, like, the nature of humor is offending people.
I mean, entirely.
Yeah. I mean, and I always keep that South Park view of things. If you don't keep everything on the table to be made fun of, then you can't make fun of anybody. So it's got to be, like, everyone, including me, has to be on the table for me to make fun of. Anyway.
Oh, I agree with that. And I'm
Yes.
the number one topic.
Yes. Anyway, so as y'all can see, we have a couple more of the boys showed up for this one. We've got, of course, our boy Macargo, always fast as shit. I never complain about having him here. And ditto for Spanky69, but we just call him Spanky.
So there's, I have a complaint. I'm raising my hand.
What is your complaint?
The track record is a 140, and Hines has already thrown down a 138.
I know. Hines, are you trying to slap Lorenzo in the face?
He's
Not that
using
I'm
aimbot.
complaining. Not that I'm complaining.
No, he's using aimbot. He is choking Lorenzo with his own scarf.
No, the moment when I decided fuck Lorenzo, there's my F-bomb again, was
That's two tonight.
was when he came out on the Ducati at Jerez, and on like 120 or 130 degree day, it was stupid hot on the track. The dude decides, here, let's just slap wet paint around the front of the front, let's just slap wet paint around the front wheel and call that a tire. He wanted to run a soft on a 120 degree day at Jerez and wound up being a speed
trying
bump.
to get out of his contract?
I don't know. Like, I'm sitting there going,
That's
no.
what
Like,
I'm calling it, by the way.
yeah, even if he's trying to get out of his contract, you sit there and you go, no. Like, if you're the crew chief, you go, no, we're not doing that. Like,
And
there's
then he goes, I'm Jorge Lorenzo, shut up.
nobody cares. Nobody cares, because that was when he injured the hell out of Pedrosa, I think. Which I've got nothing but respect for Pedrosa. I wish at some point he had really started winning a bunch of things. Unfortunately, he never did, but he was always such a solid, just workhorse rider. So I always had respect for Pedrosa. So, like, that race made me mad. Despite, unofficially, I'm not, like, major official, super, ultra, mega Ducati fanboy, but I kind of like the Ducati bikes, and Dovi's a decent racer, and I'm always kind of like, yeah, if I'm going to cheer a little bit, I'll cheer for him and maybe Rossi.
You own a Ducati, which means your claims of I'm not a Ducati fanboy are null and void.
No, they aren't, because I am like the least Ducati rider you'll ever find on a Ducati. It's true.
Probably because you own the least Ducati.
It's true. I honestly love my Super Sport to death. Like, I think it looks phenomenal, it drives phenomenal, and it's actually reliable.
It's a great bike, right? From bike standards. But from, like, Ducati, it's reliable. That means it's not a Ducati.
I know, but at the same time, it's really cool. to have a Ducati that I can just, like, right now, I haven't rolled it out of the garage in a few days, partly because of the weather, and partly because the last time I tried to, battery's just dead. That just happens. That's the first time I've not been able to ride it, but it's the same issue you get with any bike. It's like, oh, battery died. Oh, I need to replace the battery. Okay.
It's my
Like, that's the-
right now.
Yeah, that's like the first major issue I've had with the bike, and I'm like, it's just, I'll keep it on the quick charger, and when it warms up enough, I'm going to drive it over to Ducati Austin and tell them, hey, could you replace the battery? Because I don't know where the hell it is in this bike. By the way, tell me where it is.
You are incredibly lazy, sir.
No, it's not under the seat, like every other bike I've owned. Like, every other bike I've
My Speed
owned.
Triples is not under the seat either.
Where is it? Because on the Sprint, it was literally under the seat, and that's the same engine.
So on the Speed Triple, that little black cover on the front of the tank.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's between the triples and the fuel tank.
Oh, wow, that's a pain in the ass.
It's a idiotic spot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, like I said,
a-
same engine and a slightly bigger frame, and it's under the seat.
Yeah, I mean, think about it from a weight distribution standpoint.
Yeah, you're putting it way forward.
Oh, way high, way forward. But maybe that helps with some anti-wheelie. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, that's all that bike likes to do anyway.
Yep.
That's that picture I've got at Coda between turn 9 and 10 of, in the photograph, I
Your
am
mini
clutch
wheelie?
in, shifting a gear with the front wheel still in the air. So,
Nobody counts it because it's a mini wheelie.
yeah, well, if our local photographer had half an ounce of talent,
no.
I said it,
It's
he would have
not
got
our-
it was a real
It's not our local photographer. It's our monopoly photographer.
Well, for that particular track day vendor.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Wow, Heinz, that's a great crash.
Wow, nice line. Creative and unproductive, too.
Yeah, that'll make you win against Voss.
Yeah, you were doing great until then.
The best part is if we keep poking at him, he's actively listening to us.
I know.
So we're going to piss him off.
So Stormy's sitting up front. See, we told you he was fast. With a 137.647, we are halfway through qualifying with just under 7 minutes remaining.
That's not a 140.
What?
I'm still complaining about the game's physics.
No, I don't complain about the physics, because it is just enough lower that if you...
Okay.
What?
Sorry, boys. I just crashed entering the pits.
Okay.
I'm going to move him over to the other channel. I'm not going to let him talk in here if he's handing us excuses like that. Anyway, I let it slide because if you said, I don't care if I get injured to the point of death, I'll bet you could get a record that was 2.5 seconds below the pros.
Well, I mean, Marquez couldn't do it, so.
Yeah, but he didn't die. He just broke an arm to the point he can't open a window anymore.
or lift it, or, ride a
Yeah.
motorcycle,
Yeah.
or...
Eh.
I'm going to
Marquez-
stop before I trail off into the...
Marquez's wreck is a Cobra Kai storyline. I'm not even joking. I've been watching that show and I actually have enjoyed it. I hate it.
I can't do it. I tried.
At first I couldn't, and then everybody was like, "No, it really gets good," and I was like, "Okay." So I went ahead and worked my way through it. I'm like, "No, actually, once they get past the few very awkward episodes in the first season, it actually gets good enough." I wouldn't call it the best I've ever seen, but I have had fun watching it.
I think my problem with it is I never liked Karate Kid to begin with. The
Oh,
words
okay.
I would use to describe some of the characters I will not use on stream.
Fair enough.
Um,
I enjoyed it, and I also feel like Pat Morita was awesome. Rip, that old Japanese son of a bitch. I love him to death.
oh, he's great. Mr. Miyagi, fantastic.
Yes. Pat Morita, well, I mean, you have to keep in mind where most Americans came to know him before that. At that time, they knew him from Happy Days. If you ever go back and watch that show, you will see Pat Morita on it. Yes, he was in Happy Days. You can watch an episode or two where he is in it. He was actually around in theater for a while before that.
My entire problem with the franchise is that Daniel's son, or whatever his actual character name is, a massive
Yes.
bitch. It's much the
That was
same
the point.
issue I have
That
with
was
Luke
the point.
Skywalker.
But that was the point. It's the hero's journey. They have to start as a bitch to have the hero's journey. They have to.
I mean, but they never grew out of it, is kind of the problem that I have.
They kind of did. Well, I feel like Luke did, but yeah, you're kind of right. Daniel did not do it as well as Luke did. I
I
would
will
agree with
disagree with you respectfully on Luke, and
Oh,
also
you can't tell me by Jedi that Luke was not a bitch.
no,
or was a
we're-
bitch.
So I'm going to invite you to when we do our podcast on this topic, and you can
Okay.
you can be a guest.
Sure.
Because
I'll be there
3
for it.
out of 3 of the people that are going to be core to this
Wait,
agree with
who,
me.
who else? Who else is in there?
Have you met Dustin? He's coworkers with my buddy Chris.
Dustin. What's his last name?
He worked for the Lizard, much like Chris.
Oh, no, I probably don't know him. No. Okay.
Okay, well, he
And who
agrees strongly.
And who else? Is it Chris, the other one?
Yeah.
All right, y'all young bucks need to be kicked in the balls. But we'll
Chris
get
is
to
not
that.
a young buck. Chris
Yeah.
is in his late 30s.
But y'all young bucks need to be kicked in the balls. Anyway, yes, I'll show
right.
up for that. I'll show up for that. Don't worry, old guys. I will defend like Luke Skywalker's honor.
Good luck.
But that being said, yes, with Daniel, I'll kind of agree. But then again, by the end of the series, Daniel, like, the last one you see him in, he's still not that old. He's still supposed to be, like, late teens, early 20-ish. And to be honest, that's still a bit of a bitch for most men.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
5
So
sure.
I'm kind of, I'm like,
6 sure.
I'll let it go with Daniel. But that being said, there's a lot about the actual series that I liked. And on top of that, I always liked Pat Morita. He was always a very charismatic dude on screen. And apparently from anybody you ask in an interview, he was an awesome actor to work with. Like, no one has anything even remote. Like, they aren't even making veiled excuses for why he sucked. Everybody has nothing but great things to say about Pat Morita. So I'm kind of like, Mr. Miyagi was always a high point in this series. I always loved it.
Wax on, wax off.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Barrett needs to wax on a qualifying time here in the next.
That he
minute and a
does.
half.
Yeah, come on, man. You need to sit down next to Bear and frustrate us to death. Where you at, bro?
Hey man, how was that for a transition, by the way?
Yeah. But that being said, we've got look at this as usual. We got Stormy up front, Spanky, 3/4 of a second behind him, Mac a second behind him, Rocha.
Roach.
What are you doing? We switch to you and you do that. So yeah, Stormy, Spanky, and Mac up front. Never a surprise to see those three.
You know what
Those
I
dudes
really
are
need to
fast.
see?
What's that?
4th and a 5th place switch.
Whoo, whoo, boy. Heinzie's talking about Boss getting ahead of you.
I think he's well aware. I'm not sure he realizes you switched him on Discord channels.
I didn't switch him.
Oh, I
He's still
thought you
there.
did.
He's still there. He still hears us.
He's just salty.
Yeah. That being said, the only reason,
Samurai.
the only reason I'm saying it is because I'd like to make Heinz mad.
Oh, I mean, who doesn't like to make
Yeah,
Heinz mad?
who doesn't want to
guys,
troll
if
Heinz?
We've got somebody participating. Say horrible things to Heinz.
Sammy, hang on, we got a Samir Reyes. You can greet me. Hi, Samir. How you doing, sir? Good to have you
did
watching
drink,
us.
I'm offended now. Trivia. I'm going back to drinking my whiskey.
Is it Samir? I'm assuming it is. Good to see you. Thank you for showing up,
Yeah,
sir.
I actually love the pronunciation for sure.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's Samir Reyes. That's an odd one. He's throwing up story-eyed. Thanks for showing up, sir.
He's famous now.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
listen. I heard you. Okay.
We've moved on to a completely different topic.
Samir,
and
just
Heinz comes in still
Samir.
salty.
Samir, just in case you've never watched, bro, Heinz is one of our dudes that help us produce this stream, and we have to give him massive amounts of shit. So when he winds up chiming in, we like to make him angry. It's fun. We troll each other on this shit.
Ding! I have something to say.
Oh God, here it goes.
That's.
I'll get my time.
Oh God! Hang on, let me get the waders so I can actually wade through this bullshit. We're gonna hear more excuses from you.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, what's your excuse this time? Solar flares?
Ding!
Earth's magnetic field?
Listen.
Is that your excuse now?
Oh God. Yo, you want to hear how bad I'm doing tonight? I straight up crashed entering pit lane.
You've already talked about this.
Yeah, you already mentioned it. Alright, so there we go, folks. This will be the finish of your qualifying for MotoGP on the Xbox of Catalunya. This evening, we've got Mac up front. That guy is always quick. You almost want to hate him, but he really is good. Stormy right behind him. Stormy's solid in every class we put him in. Spanky. Bro, good to see ya. Heinz is going to start our second row with Voss right next to him and Bear right next to him. Then Rocha, Baird. See, he didn't put himself next to Bear because he's being nice to us this race. But Sean on the third row and Key on the fourth row. Come on, Key. We know you're faster than that. You got to at least beat Rocha. So here we go, folks. It's going to be 2 minutes till we start our final race of the evening.
So, the reason nobody hates on McCargo for being so fast is he's totally lovable, much like our viewer Samir. Yes, I'm brown-nosing.
Wait. I'll tell you who else is lovable, despite being stupidly fast and he's not here tonight. Dickinson.
Oh, for sure.
Hades and his bananas!
I was about to say, some of our other racers, like a Mr. Ketchup, aren't lovable at all.
Why you gotta be hating, hater? Why you gotta be hating?
Race direction, man. If race direction doesn't hit on race direction, what are we doing?
But that being said, yeah, I do laugh my ass off at some Dickinson every time we got him in. That son of a bitch. He showed up eventually with bananas after we had the jokes about bananas.
I was about to say bananas.
Bananas. He shows up with them in his logo. I gotta appreciate it. I got news for you. End of the season, we do need to do a barbecue for everybody that is local. I would love to sit down, have everybody here, do a barbecue, have a blast out by the pool. But that being said, at some point during that barbecue, we need to do like a Zoom call or something like that and tell these guys, I don't care what time of the night it is. We'll schedule it so you guys can show up. And yeah, we need Dickinson there because I have yet to actually have a discussion with him. So having all the boys here and have him on there would be fun. Yeah, it would be fun. He makes me laugh my ass off. I like him.
No, for sure. I mean, we really don't have a negative personality in our league.
Oh yeah, no, there is literally nobody in the league that I can say a bad word about. These dudes, we'll give Heinz shit left and right, but he's my boy. I appreciate him working with us on this league. It's been tons of fun. I hope it gets better and better. Samir talking about, I love this game, bro.
I mean, omit that from the replay, but he's a great guy. Admit that.
I'll figure out how to cut that out. Somehow or another.
Just replace that with this sound clip. You ready? Horrible human.
Is that what I did?
That over on top.
Dub it over every time we start to say Heinz's name. And so in the middle of the race, we find horrible human at the front of the pack. Alrighty, here we go, folks. Last race of the evening at Catalunya on the Xbox, and woo, they're going to be tight coming into turn one. These bros are not messing around this evening. Heinz and Mac. That is less than I expected. Bear finds himself down. Who else did we see in there? Voss, I think, found himself down. And Mac. Wow.
Just disappointment in my voice carry for Heinz being in first.
Oh, but don't count any of those guys out.
No, Rocha
Those are all
crashed.
fast. Oh, man. And Baird. Oh, this first
Is he next to Bear
first
now?
lap.
Oh, he's still next to Bear.
Is
No,
it?
he's not. Now he is.
All
No,
right. Oh, my God. Sort it out, boys. Don't make it rough on it. Oh, Baird goes down again.
he sorted it.
I didn't mean to sort it like that, bro. Come on. Stay on the bike. Stay on the bike. So Hines finds himself up front. We know that's an accident. And Stormy right on his tail. Spanky right behind him. There is no safety with Stormy, Spanky, and Mac all over him. Max sitting 4 seconds back, but I will guarantee you he will close that back, or close that gap rather. Bear 2 seconds behind him. Bichon a second and a half back off of that. Voss all over Bichon. As a matter of fact, Voss will probably pass him really quick. Let's take a look at Voss's perspective here. Look at that pass through 13. Voss with a very clean pass under Bichon. Bichon just not having the greatest of nights. Man, I think he didn't practice much this week because normally Bichon is really up there at the front of our pack. Yeah, I think he just didn't practice Catalunya, or maybe it's just a map or a track he's not fond of. Ooh.
I would have to be back in the chat, but a couple of our racers were pretty much saying that they didn't have a chance to practice this track.
And that is disappointing because Catalunya, I feel like, is one of the faster tracks in general, especially in GP. I feel like it kind of caters to GP. The smaller bikes, you can still work this track, but I feel like this is probably one of the better tracks for GP. So you can see Voss sitting back there currently in 6th. There he is crawling up on Bear. But at the front of the pack, we are looking at Stormy trying to hunt down Hines. Oh, he's not going to make it easy for him at all.
Do it.
Do it. Spanky right behind him, but we do not have Spanky's stream, unfortunately. But I do love me some Spanky because Spanky is genuinely fast as well. That's part of why I love when we bring GP out to play. We have gotten a bunch of dudes in here who are really fast at this class.
I just want to be the one to announce that Rocha crashed again.
And Key, unfortunately, having it off as well. You can say, see, this is the thing. Last season, all we ever saw was a fight between Hines and Voss. Hines and Voss. That's all we'd see. Now, we got all these dudes showing up from all over the place.
That was some squigglies coming in on the brakes there.
That was risky. All over the place on that KTM. Nobody would ever expect a KTM to be at the front of the pack, but in the real world, it was fast this year, and look at this in the game. Chasing down the... Oh! Look at this in 4, into turn 4. Stormy was really close coming in there to 4. Look at this in 5. He is not giving Hines anywhere to go. The only option Hines has is to play the defensive line. And look at this. Oh! Like Hines has to be on the defensive line, or he's going to get eaten.
Occasionally here.
They are. You're getting taps on the front end, both in 4 and 5. Yeah, and he's taking a look back. He's got Spanky all over him. Look at these top 3. Jesus, they are brutal on each other. Also, we got, wow, Spanky with a phenomenal using Stormy as his berm and just all the way through. What was that, 10? Yeah,
I'm not sure which corner, but
no, it was 11. It was 11.
Like a motocross pass.
It really was. That was a motocross. Hey, my buddy is a berm pass. Very nice pass by Spanky. I'm going to let it slide because he didn't knock him down. But look at this. Hines still has the top lap despite these guys being all over his ass. That might change. We'll see if they can do it.
Yeah, I need these two guys to get the cobwebs out and go spank race direction.
Chase him down. Come on, boys. Get his ass. I remember in the past, I remember Hines actually liking Catalunya. So that might be a challenge.
Can we discuss the detail they've put into the brake reservoir cap?
Are we really going to get into this right now?
Like,
I mean-
our last game totally bricked halfway through a racer season and, whatever, but man, we got that detailed brake reservoir cap.
That we do.
I'm sorry, am I being salty now?
I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. I have just as many complaints for them as you do.
Brembo kicked the wheel.
Oh, man, and Stormy not afraid to swing very wide through the turns where he has to, all the way in the green. Wow! Pushing up really hard on Spanky, doing a great job hanging on to him. God, wow, the front of this pack is all over each other. Meanwhile, the rest of the group, the only place we've got a big gap is between Bichon and Bear. Bear, unfortunately, sitting in 6th this race, unable to catch up to the pack. Mac, though, only 1.2 seconds back off of Stormy. You don't get to count him out. Boss still 6.6 seconds back. That shows you how fast this group is. Boss has been dominating all evening, and suddenly in GP, where he is normally right in there with everybody else. Oh, look at Stormy with that pass. Ooh, he's not done. Spanky is, look at this.
He's gonna outbrake him.
Oh, look at these two fighting. Look at these two fighting. You can see here Stormy and Spanky all over. Oh, jeez. Almighty. Coming out of 4. Wow. Spanky got Stormy off hard coming out of 4, but going into 5, Stormy made it happen. Look at this, leaving 8, and there is no decision between these two. Spanky and Stormy having a hell of a fight between Hines here. Hines is ahead of him, but it's by no means a dominating him out. He's about a second ahead, and these two trying to catch it. Look at this on the brakes.
Argo is real close there as well.
Yeah, Mac catching up too. Oh, wow. Good luck stretching this race out. 5 laps in, and it is by no means decided. The entire podium is no way decided.
I bet Hines feels that pressure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I bet when he's hanging on stream, he feels it extra.
They are most definitely not done for this one. You can see that tail sliding out there. Oh. Stormy looking aggressive, looking for Hines, looking anywhere he can. You can see
None of them able to make a move here, though.
No, it is. This is what you get when you get a pack of guys who are very competitive at the top end. Look at this, Stormy trying to slip under Hines. Can't make it happen, so he's on the outside for 5. That just puts him too wide. There is no way to make a pass happen when you do that. Or when you do that, rather. Here we come into 7. Nope, still not happening. Rocha, unfortunately, having another off there. But
Well, that's what he does.
that is what Rocha do. But look at these top 4. Look at these guys. Look at how stupidly close they are. And there ain't the separation between. Look at this. Oh, no! Oh, no! Mac throws himself off. It drags Spanky back. Spanky keeps it up. That is unfortunate. I'm sure they'll catch back up, but now we've got Stormy and Hines getting into it with each other still. I'm disappointed to see that happen between those two. Come on, boys, catch back up.
I think they will.
I think they will too. We are on the penultimate lap already. My God, these guys are going fast.
Hey, Chris, you're better with name pronunciations than I am. We have another comment here in chat.
Fadrur Ramon? I'm not sure. That is something Middle Eastern of some kind, Fadrur. Tell me where you're from. I'm curious about that. I'm going to continue to watch the race very intently, though. I know it's Ramon. or Rahman, something like that for that last name. That is an interesting one, though. I'm guessing it's Middle Eastern, but I might be wrong.
Probably a good bet.
Yeah,
but
probably,
you can offend
probably.
people instead of me.
Yes! I don't mean to offend people. I try to get... All right, if there's one thing I try to do, I try to get people's names right to at least not disrespect them up front. I'll disrespect them later once I know them.
Indonesian.
Heinz. Indonesian. Okay, Indonesia. Okay. I think the language is fairly close to a lot of those languages, isn't it? I may be wrong. I may be wrong. Yeah, like
You
me.
got me on that one.
Yeah. I may be wrong.
I'm gonna play the card if I'm just a dumb American.
No, I love this. This is part of This is part of what's cool about running a game that's very international. Is we get to hear a lot of different languages, a lot of different nationalities. That part is actually
you know
pretty
what's
cool.
cooler? You know what's way cooler than this? Heinz dropping to second place.
Yes, Stormy doing a great job showing us that Frenchman and Ireland domination. Seriously, you don't get to count Stormy out. You never get to. It's impossible to do. This guy has been... Yeah, it's true. Like, the first race he showed up, dude was quick. Like, there has been no point. Like, we were like, okay, let's see this new guy. And he suddenly was passing dudes left and right and hauling ass. So, you don't get to count him out. Bro is fast. But Heinz...
I'm proud of him.
Heinz not doing a bad job of keeping up here. He is definitely not like... He's like, nope, you're not just going to run away with it. I am going to go ahead and keep up with you. It's very clear what he's doing there.
But he's thrown about a second on top of Heinz here.
He is. Like, Stormy is fast. Maybe he was... I wasn't paying attention, but it's possible that he was running a lower map and just saving tires and fuel. Yeah, he's got plenty. He's running power map too. Like, he's... Clearly, he was holding on to it for a bunch of the race. Here he is in turn 12. Remember, there's 16 turns on this course. That's one of the long sweepers. You can be fast through it.
Goes down again.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, that is unlike him.
That is not Mac. Meanwhile, there it goes. Look at that. Stormy with a very solid win. Puts himself almost two seconds over Heinz. Heinz only half a second over Spanky. My God. The boys up front are always fast. It's a surprise. A bit of a disappointment, but at the same time, a surprise to see Mac back and forth. Boss barely behind Mac thanks to mistakes on Mac's part. Bear, despite having a great qualifying, could not make it happen during the race. Bichon just having a rough evening. Disappointing from him. I know we normally have better from him. Maybe next week. So there you go. After penalties applied, Stormy, Heinz, and Spanky going to be on your podium. Mac, Voss, and Bear back in 4th, 5th, and 6th. Bichon, Rocha, and Key, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And then rounding it out, oh my God, why am I forgetting who it is? I feel like an asshole at this point for not knowing. Baird. Yeah, he wasn't next to Bear. How did I miss him? Yeah, we expected to be next to Bear. Look at it, but nobody, like, there is nobody I can look at and go, you had garbage lap times. Like, Baird is on the back. Clearly, it's Justin Rex. Had a decent lap time in general, so it's all about keeping it consistent. There you go, boys. That is it for Catalunya. Fun track, fun guys. It was actually a decent race. Thank you, audience, for showing up this evening. Thank you, racers, for doing your thing. I might even thank Nick for showing up here and casting with me.
Thank
Yeah,
Race
it's
Direction for finishing in second.
Race Direction, that was a pathetic attempt. First place or no place.
I know, that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
Fadler, you're right. They are all genuinely fast. They really are. We have got a quick group here. So
We'll never let Heinz understand that, though.
Yeah.
He's slow.
But you always have to tell Heinz, you're slow as shit.
It's true.
The entire time I was watching McCargo's lap times go in, if he stays on the bike, he's going to pass me with like 3 laps left.
He is.
Well, he did not stay on the bike.
Yeah, Mac is like, if Mac doesn't make a mistake, Mac is eating everybody alive. His lap times are stupid. And
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm disappointed we didn't have Dickinson here this evening. That would have been even more stupidly close with him in there. There would have been 5 of you pushing like a second between each other.
I definitely would have lost that race.
Hey, yeah. You wouldn't have been on the podium with Mac there.
No, not a chance.
Oh wow! So Fadlur, one of our guys is mentioning, didn't know McCargo played on Xbox too. So I guess he plays on PlayStation as well.
I think
Mac
actually he plays on PC because he did the actual challenges, I believe, and they set him up for the championship, but he had to get a PC for that.
Okay, all right.
McCargo's famous.
Mac is stupid fast. Like we love having him here. He is a lot of fun to watch. He is very quick.
Oh, absolutely. Unlike that Heinz guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
That dude's a douchebag. Alrighty, so that is going to be it for this week, folks. We have, of course, our sponsors to thank, as always, Wood Cycle Country, Moto Rangatang, Motul, Mass Motorsports, South Central Race Center, and their friends over at, I heard they make tires. Does anybody know the name of this little tiny tire place? Like, has anybody heard of Pirelli?
It's Pirelli.
Pirelli?
Pirelli. It's like the pasta.
Pirelli? Pirelli? Anybody heard of these guys? Next week,
man. I put them on my track bike, and they kind of work. You know, they keep me from crashing. So that's
all right. So next week, Heinz, where are we next week?
I have no idea.
Oh my god. You're supposed to know this.
Direction in this chat, and we don't know where we're racing.
Yeah, we did Mugello. We did Mugello. Then we did Catalunya. Where are we next? Come on, Heinz, find this for me. Come on, be useful. Give it a moment, folks. We're gonna pretend Heinz has a use.
Well, hey, while Heinz is being useless as per usual, I definitely want to throw an extra thank you out there to the fans that have been commenting tonight. Definitely like having a little bit of side chat in there. So thank you guys so much. We are streaming just about every Monday on starting 7:30 Central Standard Time. But if you want to see our schedule a little better, you can always check us out on Facebook at Southern E Racing League.
And we will soon, as soon as I can finish getting... I'm working on the server rebuild, but we will soon have a website up where we will have all this posted as well. So if you don't have Facebook, if you're one of those folks, which I might become one of those folks, depending on what happens. But that being said, if you don't have Facebook, we will have other places you can find it, and we'll also try to put the stream up there. I'm the technical guy behind this stuff, so we'll work on fixing that too. And hopefully that has given Heinz time to figure out what next is. Heinz, where are we next?
Next race is at Assen.
Assen! Which, to be honest, I forget if it's 17 or 18, had one of the best races I think I've ever seen in GP. It is solid. Assen could be amazing. I love that track. So, next week it'll be there. What's after Assen? Or where were we at after that? I don't remember. I like to keep. We're
just quizzing them at this point to make them fail.
Yeah, we're trying to make it suck. We have Assen in Dutchy Land, and then, come on, you can do it, Heinz. See,
I think
sorry. What? Say again.
Where is after Assen?
After Assen, it's Sachsenring.
Sachsenring. So we do swamp Germans, then we do Germans.
Yeah,
that is how we're doing.
So
I'm not going to comment on that.
A lot of the guys are asking me why the schedule seems to be off, but the schedule that I pulled was like a pre-COVID like temporary schedule that they put out, and then COVID happened. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
I mean, if we choose to alter
it's
it,
right for
whatever.
us.
Yeah, we just got to make sure we get to all the tracks. Just let them know ahead of time. But all right,
we
folks.
made a calendar. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we got all the tracks on there.
Yeah. So, all right, folks. Next week at 7:30 p.m., we will be at Assen with Moto 3 all the way through to MotoGP at 9 p.m. It's all Central Standard Time because we're a bunch of jackasses here in Austin, Texas, in the United States.
Texas. Texas.
Sorry for starting late, folks. That's my fault. You can blame me.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, even if you wouldn't admit it, I'd go ahead and blame you.
No, I'm going to actively blame you. The entire reason this happened is because you got our primary streaming account on Facebook banned.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why it all happened.
Yeah.
That is entirely why it happened.
Okay.
Alrighty,
That's
folks.
what happened.
It truly is. We will see you folks next week. Thanks for watching, racers. Thanks for racing. And yeah. Racing's awesome. We'll do it next time.